You do everything for them. You keep them safe, cheer them on, and love them more than words can say. But there's one important thing many parents haven't got around to yet: naming a legal guardian in their will. Now, it's not something we like to think about, but if the unexpected does happen and no guardian has been legally appointed, the decision about who looks after your kids won't be yours to make. Hi folks, and welcome back to Everything Estate Planning. I'm Jim from ELM Legal Services, and in today's episode, we're tackling something that's easy to put off, but absolutely vital if you're a parent: nominating a legal guardian for your children in your will. We're going to explore what actually happens if you don't name a guardian, how these decisions about your kids' futures are made if you haven't nominated a guardian, a real-life example that shows just how high the stakes can be, and the estate planning tools that can protect your kids' future and your peace of mind. So, let's get into it. In England and Wales, if someone with parental responsibility dies without naming a guardian in their will, the court steps in to decide who should care for their child. That might be a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, or someone completely unexpected. The judge's job is to act in the best interests of the child, but they're working with limited information. They're not going to know your values, your relationships, or your preferences unless you've formally written them down. The child could even be placed in a temporary foster care while the courts make their decision. All of this can be avoided with one simple but powerful step: naming a legal guardian in your will. It's an act of care that ensures your children would be raised by someone you trust in a way that reflects your values and hopes for the future. Let me tell you about Megan and Claire. Megan was a single mum to 6-year-old Sophie. She and her best friend Claire were extremely close, and Claire was already like a second mum to Sophie. They'd even talked casually about Claire raising Sophie if anything ever happened. But Megan never got round to writing a will. Then, tragically, Megan passed away suddenly due to a medical emergency. Claire assumed she'd be the obvious choice to take care of Sophie, but the court didn't see it that way because there was no written instruction. Instead, Sophie was placed with an older relative Megan hadn't spoken to in years. Claire had to apply to the court for guardianship. It took months, cost thousands, and caused emotional turmoil for everyone involved, especially Sophie. And all of it could have been avoided if Megan had legally named Claire as guardian in her will. So, what can you do today to make sure your children are protected no matter what? Step 1. Make a will and name a guardian. This is the most critical step. In your will, you can clearly state who you want to care for your kids if you're not around. You can also name a backup guardian in case your first choice can't take on the role. This simple act gives your kids stability and spares your family confusion or conflict. Step 2. Set up a trust for financial support. Appointing a guardian is one part, but what about the financial side of things? Say you want your sister to raise your kids but don't want her to struggle financially. That's where a trust can help. You transfer money, property, or life insurance into a trust that's managed by a trustee. The trustee can release funds over time for education, hobbies, clothing, or daily expenses. And when the kids come of age, they can receive what's left on your terms. Take David and Kate, for example. They wanted their kids to live with David's sister if anything happened, but they didn't want to hand over a lump sum straight away. So they set up a trust. The guardian focused on parenting, while the trustee ensured the money was used wisely for the kids' future. Step 3. Consider protection from sideways disinheritance. Sideways disinheritance happens when your estate, like your home, ends up going to someone outside your intended family line, often because of remarriage or a lack of proper planning. For example, you may want your partner to remain in the family home after you pass away, but ultimately want that home to go to your kids. Without legal protection in place, your partner might later remarry, and under UK law, any previous will is automatically revoked when someone gets married, unless the will specifically states otherwise. If your partner then dies without making a new will, Their entire estate, including what you originally left to them, would be distributed according to intestacy. That could mean everything passes to their new spouse or their new spouse's children, completely bypassing your own. A property protection trust is designed to stop this. It lets your partner stay in the home for life, but ensures your share is legally reserved for your kids, no matter what happens. Remarriage, new relationships, or future wills. Your children's inheritance stays protected. Now, if you'd like to know more about sideways disinheritance, we've made a video dedicated to the subject, which you can find in the description below. So to recap, if you don't name a guardian in your will, the court decides who raises your child. Your child may be placed in temporary foster care until the courts make their decision. Your wishes may never be known or followed, and your family may face expensive and stressful legal battles to contest court decisions over legal guardianship. But if you take just a little time to plan ahead, you can protect everything you care about most. At ELM Legal Services, we help families across England and Wales secure peace of mind. We'll work with you to write a valid will and name legal guardians, set up the right trust to protect your children's inheritance, and tailor your estate plan to your family's unique needs. Our approach is personal, jargon-free, and designed to make things simple. If you're a parent and don't yet have a guardian named in your will, now is the time to act. You've already done the hard work, raising, loving, and supporting your kids every day. Take the next step and make sure they're protected, no matter what the future holds. Click the link in the description to book your free, no obligation consultation with one of our friendly legal advisors. We're here to help because estate planning isn't just about wealth, it's about the ones we care most about. Thanks for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, please give that like button a friendly handshake, subscribe and turn on notifications so you're the first to know when we upload a new episode. And if you know anyone who might find this information useful, please consider sharing it with them. The more we can raise awareness about the importance of estate planning, the more families we can help avoid unnecessary stress, uncertainty, and heartache down the line. Remember, a little planning today can make a big difference tomorrow. Until next time then, stay safe, stay informed, and stay tuned.